Ladies and gentlemen, I have a theory from New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. What if I were to tell you that Bowser and Bowser Jr. are not the true main villains of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS? I have a theory that the World 7 boss of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, Lakithunder, is the real true villain of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. And here's my evidence. Firstly, in the opening cutscene of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, Mario and Peach are just minding their own business. Then out of nowhere, a thundercloud spawns out of nowhere in the middle of a bright, beautiful day where there's no other clouds in sight, and just spawns the thunder and lightning. And that was later revealed to have been a distraction for Bowser Jr. to kidnap Princess Peach, even though he already knows that Peach is not his mom. So, my theory is that Lakithunder was the one who summoned the thundercloud at the beginning of the opening cutscene of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. Not only that, but I think he might also be more evil than Bowser. I mean, Bowser at the very least cares for his Koopa Troopas and his minions. And even Petey Piranha also cares for his Piranha plants, as his castle's in World 5, where Piranha plants apparently can't survive in the cold very well. So he has Piranha plants live in his castle to take care of. But Lakithunder, there is not a single Lakitu in his castle, nor in the entirety of World 7. It was just him, and that's it. You ever wonder why there are so many Lakitus that some of them are hostile towards Mario, and yet we have nice Lakitus? Like there was a cameraman Lakitu from Super Mario 64, and even a Lakitu that starts the race. Heck, you can even play as Lakitu in the later Mario Kart games. So what is this evil Lakitu? What is his backstory? Well, my theory is that World 7 of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS was originally the home for all the Lakitus. But Lakithunder decided to kick them all out of World 7. Some of them became bitter. It's because of them being placed into exile, and they have nobody to blame but Mario. Those are the Lakitus that throw Spinies at Mario in several of the New Super Mario Bros. Games. But then we have nicer Lakitus who learned the error of their ways and became a lot nicer. That Lakitu will go on to be the cameraman Lakitu and the one that starts the race. So, Lakithunder, meanwhile, just keeps his castle and the entire World 7 all to himself to make sure nobody stops him. And if he sees any army that decides to take over his castle, he would then summon thunderclouds to destroy their respective castles to make sure no one would ever stop him. The reason why Mario, when Mario confronts Lakithunder, is that he thinks he could take on Mario by himself, and that's why he didn't cause any more destruction. He just thinks he can take down Mario by himself, and that was his weakness, overconfidence. And also, another thing the real reason why I think Lakithunder might be the real true villain of New Super Mario Bros. And not Bowser and Bowser Jr. And that theory is that he might not actually be truly loyal to Bowser. Notice how World 7, along with World 4, are secret worlds, meaning Mario would most likely not have discovered World 7 normally had he not used the mini mushroom to defeat Petey Piranha. In other words, if Mario just beats the game normally, without even discovering World 4 and 7, going to World 6, and then World 8 to defeat Bowser and Bowser Jr. If he does that, like defeating Bowser, Lakithunder would most likely completely disregard Bowser is defeated and would just keep his world to himself, not even bothering to actually try and help his boss, and would just live in World 7 and his castle because Mario has not discovered his world. So, that leads me to the theory, and I rest my case. Lakithunder, the World 7 boss of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, is the true villain of that game, and is the hardest castle in the game. One more thing about that. He most likely used several Lakitus to create his castle, and that explains why there's only a snake block and hardly any obstacles, because the castle was most likely made by several Lakitus. He made several Lakitus do his work, and then he fired them all, no longer needing them. So I rest my case.